How's it going, everyone? My name is AJ, and today I'm going to answer a fitness question. I think we can all agree that the squat is a cornerstone movement to generating massive gains. But one thing that a lot of people don't necessarily agree on is how deep the squat should be for each repetition. Some say that a 90-degree knee bend is enough, while others insist that anything besides calves touching hamstrings is considered a no rep. So who's got it right? I am going to answer this question from a scientific perspective. So without further delay, let's get started. We are designed to squat low, and the proof lies largely within the Asian culture, where full ass-to-grass squatting is routinely performed in various circumstances. But just because you're able to get full squat depth with body weight does not necessarily mean that you should do so with a loaded barbell on your back. And that's because during a squat, there is a good chance that you will exhibit some sort of posterior pelvic tilt. Posterior pelvic tilt, or more commonly known as butt wink, is when your rear end rocks underneath your body when you reach a specific squat depth. The degree of butt winking varies from person to person and is largely determined by your hip bone structure. However, this can be amplified with tight hip and spine flexors in combination with weak spine extensors. Squatting this way with a heavy load on your back is going to put tremendous pressure on your SI joint, which could potentially cause a ligament strain and keep you out of the gym for a fairly long time. If you are guilty of this, it's a good idea to start incorporating some remediation exercises into your workouts and only squat to the point where the posterior pelvic tilt is just beginning. If you can squat with little to no posterior pelvic tilt, is there an advantage to going lower? Let's take a closer look. Conventional wisdom will lead one to believe that squatting deeper will result in greater muscle activation and subsequently greater gains. It turns out this isn't entirely true. Virtually all research testing different squat depths come up to the general consensus that squatting with a 90-degree knee joint angle triggers a significantly higher degree of muscle activation in the glutes, hamstrings, and calf muscles compared to squatting at 20 and 140-degree knee angles. There is also no significant difference in muscle activation in the quadriceps for any of the three depths. Most of the findings suggest a diminished benefit from squatting below 90 degrees. Now, if you look at this from a physics perspective, you'll understand that squatting lower means you're going to be doing more work, which means that in some cases, increasing your squat depth by as little as 2 to 3 inches could increase the amount of work you're doing by a substantial amount. So just because muscle activation is significantly less below 90 degrees does not mean you are doing any less work. Hard work is critical to build more gains. So how deep should you squat? Despite the somewhat surprising results coming out of scientific literature, I still firmly believe that you should squat as low as possible with good form, meaning that there is little to no posterior pelvic tilt taking place and your back is straight. In the high majority of cases, this is when the hips should finish just below the knees. But what do you guys think? How deep should you squat? Feel free to let me know in the comments below or on Facebook or Twitter. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and stay strong.